This week, the rest of the Entrepreneur team is here in town, in Orlando, to work out of the office for the week and to do a little bit of future planning for the company. And we all used to make all of our content on this. This is a Logitech C920. It costs about $50 to $60 and it built this company. It's responsible for everything you see up until now. I mean, it's not crap, it's great for a webcam, but things have changed. Corinne and Jack don't have good camera gear. They're still operating off of this thing, and we want to kit them out with a full camera setup, but we're not like made out of money. So we want to keep it to a pretty strict budget. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,200 per setup. I'm gonna try to keep this to $1,200 per person to outfit them with a full video studio setup. So if you've been wanting to get into video or rig yourself out and make your own music videos or your own content, and $1,200 doesn't sound crazy to you, then this video should be particularly interesting for you. Let's get into it. So this right here is a key light. Now, Corinne, you already have a ring light set up at your home.
I did. I got one of those like bougie, like, okay, I saw it in an ad on Instagram, right? And there was like some pretty influencer on a beach and she looked great. And I was like, I want to look like that. So I got that ring light.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it does the same thing to me.
So you're going to need a key light. You're also going to need a camera, as will Jack. And then you don't have a tripod either, do you?
I do not.
Oh, snap. Ed Isola is in the office.
What up?
Ed, are you guys gearing up to release another album?
We are. We just recorded it. Probably it'll come out in January, so.
That's fire. Ed's a part-time employee, so he doesn't get a camera set up yet.
Not yet.
You don't really need a camera setup yet.
My glamour videos.
Yo, Jack, how's it going, man?
Good, it's going great.
Are you running the agency from this mobile multi-monitor setup?
My little multi-monitor mobile setup. Yes, the agency is running.
Ship shape?
Yep.
This is the agency table right now, dude.
Welcome to IndieX.
Only the finest wood here for us.
The office smells of rich mahogany.
Hey, Jack.
Hey.
Do you have something that will transport a 4K stream from a camera like this to your computer and out to the internet?
No.
Oh, well, we're gonna need to get you one then.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to get a camera that has a potential of being graded. So like when I get the footage back from the team, I want to be able to change the colors a little bit. And so I need a relatively high bit rate and codec coming out of the camera. And that's a lot of nerdy speak to just say the camera needs to have the right settings. If it doesn't have the right settings, it's all gonna look like shit when I get it back. So I'm looking for something like under $500. So I could go with a Sony A6500. I feel like that's around, nope, see, that's $800. I need something even lower. A6000. What are the codecs on the Sony A6000? Okay, so the A6000 is only $300, but the bitrate is shit. So it looks like my best option is the Panasonic G85, which is a, I guess, way cheaper version of the GH5. I mean, it's from Panasonic. It's a micro four thirds camera. It just doesn't have all of the high-end specs that the GH5 does, but a lot of those high-end specs we don't need for this head-on style video, and that's most of what we're gonna be shooting. So I think the G85 is our best option. If I go to eBay, I find ones for under $500. So let's add that to our shopping list. And then we need a lens for both of these cameras. So I'm thinking native glass because it just plays nice with the camera if the lens was made by Panasonic and the camera body's made by Panasonic. So I'm looking for a Panasonic, something relatively, okay, so my first search result that comes up recommended is 25 millimeter. That's pretty good. Like this, let me set this to 25. So this is 25 millimeters. So I gotta get pretty far away from the camera, but you can definitely frame it up to look pretty good. So I think that'll work for us. So this 25 millimeter f1.7 is really fast, which means it'll let in a lot of light, and it's only $150. So we're gonna add $150 onto our price, and now we're at like $630, $640. We're gonna need a memory card for this. So I'm gonna go over to Amazon and just see where I can get a U3, V90, or V60 card. So the rating here is UHS 2, you can see that on the card, and U3. So these are different ratings for like the speed of the card. V60 is like how fast data can be written to the card. So this camera right now is recording at 400 megabits a second. If the card can't handle it, then I can't record the video file. So we need something relatively fast. We just need like 64 gigs. So I'm gonna go U3 64 GB. All right, this one by SanDisk looks like our best bet. SanDisk Extreme Pro, 64 gigs, U3, V30, all these specs. I'm actually gonna link to a video by Gerald Undone, one of our favorite YouTubers, who has already done a teardown on what all these numbers mean if you want to get really nerdy about the memory cards. But we're adding 22 to our budget, so that's about $665 we're up to at a conservative estimate. We've got camera, we've got lens, we've got memory card. Now, what do we put the camera on? Let's find it. So we need a tripod under $200, preferably under $100. Doesn't need to be crazy. So we've got an article here, 9 best tripods under $200. Ooh, this one's pretty low and it looks good too. Vanguard Alta Pro 264AB. Let's search that up. Okay, so the 263AB is actually a little bit cheaper. Don't know what the difference is, but we're gonna go with that. We're adding $120 to our budget. That brings it up to $785 that we're at. So we're pretty close, cutting it close. Next, we need a key light. Now I have this. This is the Aperture C920 Mark II. It's a badass light, but I recently found out from our homie Alex Miner, sub him above, please sub him. He's badass and he knows more about this stuff than I do. He told me that I can get pretty much a C920D, just a little bit different, for way cheaper by going with the Godox SL60. So let's check that light out. Damn, we can get one for $134. That's nuts. So $135 if we add to that $785, we're at $920. So we've got our light. We also need a light stand. Let's worry about that in a second. I need a deep parabolic softbox. Now what this does is, this is a very powerful light, right? It's shooting bright light out of a tiny patch of LEDs, and you need something to filter it, to soften it up, because the smaller a light is and the further away it is, the harsher it is. What a softbox does is it takes this small harsh light source and it spreads it evenly across a gigantic light source that's closer to the subject. So the light can be way back there shooting light, but the softbox can be right here where my hand is, and you will be none the wiser, but it'll look like super well lit, still maintaining shadows on the other side of my face. Really cool to have a deep parabolic softbox, so we're gonna grab one. Now I know that Adorama makes some great softboxes that don't have to be as expensive as what Aperture makes, and it seems like they've got all the same features. Another shout out to Alex Miner for that tip. So we're gonna go with a deep parabolic softbox, looking for 28 inches. And boom, we've got our Glow Easy Lock deep parabolic softbox. That's $70. We're adding that on to $920, brings us all the way up to $990. So we've still got room for a light stand, but we really are cutting it close because I still need to get them something to stream with. This 5-section light stand is pretty sturdy, but I feel like it's gonna take up mad space. I think I'm gonna go with this 7-inch extending drop stand, easy set light stand. That looks good. Holds 14 to 15 pounds. I don't know if that's enough though. The capacity on it is a little dicey. This one holds 30 to 31 pounds. It's 120 bucks, so I'm gonna go with that. That brings us from $990 all the way up to $1110. And now we just need to add the streaming capability. So I need them to be able to stream 4K if they so desire. So we're gonna go with the CamLink 4K, which was also recommended to me from a YouTuber who I got from Gerald Undone named Epos Vox. So you can check out the full video with Gerald on live streaming. Great info there, and you can check out Epos there as well. We're gonna go with this CamLink 4K. It's $130, which puts us back up over the budget amount by about $40. So we need to save $40 from this setup. Where can we save $40? We need the lens, we need the camera, we need the card. I guess the tripod's the least important part. The light stand isn't so important, but I feel like those are the two places we can make sacrifices, the light stand and the tripod. Aha! The Magnus VT300 video tripod with fluid head, only $79, which saves us an additional $20. And then let's see if we can get a cheaper light stand as well. So we're gonna drop down to a more affordable light stand that still has a pretty high capacity. This looks like it. The Matthews medium duty aluminum kit stand holds 20 to 21 pounds, but it saves us an additional $30. So we're coming in just under that $1,200 budget, and that's it. I'm gonna grab all this stuff, ship it to their houses, and they'll have a fully capable 4K video setup. They can live stream, they can record lessons, they can record content, and that's all we need. So if you've been looking for a full content setup, or if you just want to up what you've already got and you've got a budget around this, you can get camera, lens, data, key light, and a streaming IO box to allow yourself to stream from a professional mirrorless camera. So I'm super excited to have these guys kitted out, and I hope this has been helpful to you if that's what you're looking for as well. If you like this video, if you'd like to know more about creative tools and getting stuff done on a budget, whether that be with money or time or building a creative business, please subscribe and make sure to like the video because we drop 3 of these every single week. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.